Hello everyone, Jason here again back with a video tutorial. In this video tutorial today I'll be showing you how to use the spray brush tool in Adobe Flash CS6 to create a name deco and a cool design where you take your name and you just make a design out of it basically. Okay, this is for a class assignment. So the first thing I want to do is open up Adobe Flash CS6 here. And as you can see, I've already kind of started here. I have my my stage. You can create a new stage by going to File, New, and New Stage. You can select select your size of your stage. Mine is 1,000 by 400 pixel here. My stage color is kind of a sky blue of sorts in a way. This is your main stage you're gonna be working on. Next thing you want to do is you can type out your name. I'm going to use my first name for this example. You can type out your name by using the text tool, which is located on the right hand side. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th tool down, I believe. And you can, once you finish out typing your name, to edit the size here, like I want to do, I'm just going to click the text tool, choose my font family. Mine is wide Latin. My point size here is 80 points, and my color of my text here is obviously white, and everything is capital letters for this example. And now once you do this, you can get to work here. So use your selection tool, and then for the first part of this, I'm going to actually move this N up just a tad. Okay, so I'm going to be working with this N here. And since I have 3 N's in my full name, I like to create one name deco for this assignment. So it's pretty simple once you get the hang of it. But I feel that this needs to be explained. Okay, so once you have your N selected, you're gonna right click. You're gonna break it apart because it is a font object, and you want to be able to work with it. Once you do that, it's gonna take you from kind of a box that you could adjust right there to just a box that it's just a box. You can't edit the size like this. You would have to go into the width and height to do this. It's a drawing object. So now I want to go to hit delete and delete my N. And now I want to go to check something. I want to go to insert myself a new symbol, create myself a new symbol. So go to insert, new symbol, go to, and the name, I'm just going to name it the letter itself, N. And the graphic type, the type is going to be graphic. Hit OK, and by doing so, it's going to let you open up symbol edit mode where you can edit your N. Okay, so now I'm going to go to, I'm going to repaste my N now back in this document. So I'm going to go edit, paste in center, and just kind of move it around to where I want it. Okay, that looks good. So now you're fine. You're fine with your first layer. Your first layer is going to be your N. You actually want to go create yourself 2 more layers for this assignment. So within your timeline here, your bottom, you see a new layer option. So go ahead and create yourself 1 layer that's going to be called layer 2 for the moment, and layer 3, which is going to be your spray layer. So layer 1 is going to be your N. You can move layer 1 in the order that you want. You want layer 1 to go first. Then you want your layer 3, which you can rename your layer 3. Your layer 3 is going to be your spray. So go ahead and rename that to spray. Okay, like so. And your layer 2 will be your background. So I'm going to just rename it to -background. Since I'm a very visual person, I like things labeled and just like to see things how they should be. Okay, so you have your layer set up. You have 1, 3, 2. Okay, so now your layer 1 is your N. Your layer 3 obviously is going to be your spray, and your layer 2 that you have selected right now is your background color. But you're gonna tell yourself, I don't want this N to be your background color. This is where you use the rectangle tool. So go ahead up here in your side toolbar, click your rectangle tool, and you're going to create yourself a background color. That's actually going to become, and eventually going to become, the background color of this N. So I'm going to create something other than this white color. So I'm going to create myself, for this example, a kind of a foresty green, and this code here is 003300. So use the dropper tool and just select the color that you want, and just draw your box roughly around your N. You can always edit it in a second. by selecting the selection tool. Again, right clicking on the meshed object and kind of just dragging it almost to the center. Okay, so you're good there. So your layer 1 is ready, and your background layer is ready. So you are halfway done already. Next thing you want to do is focus on your spray. So go ahead and hit your spray layer. And for this example, it actually calls to create a new symbol, and you can do this by getting back out of symbol edit mode by just hitting scene 1 here up top and creating yourself a new symbol. So I'm going to create myself, let's see, I'm going to use the brush tool you see right here. I'm going to create myself a star of sorts. Very bad star there. Excuse the drawing. Let me just get rid of that at the 4th line. Okay, so now there's my star. It kind of looks like a star, but regardless, I'm gonna convert this into a symbol and show you guys how to add it. So I'm gonna use my selection tool and just select my star. Right click on the newly selected star, and you're gonna convert it to a symbol. So I'm gonna go, once this title box comes up, I'm gonna hit GFX for graphic star 1, since I already have one created. Hit OK, and you go into your library now, and your star, as you see, I have 2 created here, but here's the star that I just created right here. Okay, so now you have that ready. You can delete it off your main stage. You can go back to that symbol edit mode for the N by going to library up top here, going to your N, and you don't want to click on the name N, because you're gonna act like you're gonna rename it. You want to just click on the picture of the N. So just double click, and that'll bring up the symbol edit mode for the N again. Okay, as you can see, I left off right where I was, and I had the spray layer selected. So now I want to use the spray brush tool on the left hand side on the right hand side to create a spray that I can use for the N. And I'm going to actually use a symbol that I had previously created in another assignment. As you can see here, I have 3 documents open, three files open. I have NameDeco, I have Untitled 1, and I have 1. And the symbol that I want to use is actually within 1 here. Is this kind of overly targety symbol that I want to use right here, and I have this within my library. So I'm going to go back to my N, my NameDeco assignment, go to my library, and use the drop down and go from Untitled 1 to 1. And I can actually I can go back to my main stage at this point and just drop the symbol in here. So it is part of this document now. It is part of Untitled 1. And once I do this, I don't have to keep it there. I can hit delete, go back to Untitled 1, and you can see my symbol is right there. So I can go back into my symbol edit mode for N at this point and go to my spray, and now I have my symbol that I want to create as my spray within my document. So that's just how you do that. Now I'm gonna create my spray. So I'm gonna use the brush tool on the right hand side, and underneath the brush tool, just click it and drag it, is the spray brush tool. It looks like a paint can, a graffiti paint can possibly. And once you have this selected, you want to hit properties now. Once you have properties selected, the default, if you don't change anything, it's just going to be little gray dots in this case, and the height and the weight that I previously changed already will be 100 and 100, and this will possibly be around 90 to 90 pixels. So you can adjust this. The first thing you want to do is create yourself a new symbol. So go ahead and hit edit here, and you can see it says spray, and then there's the file name. I already had gotten and already done this once. So you see my spray, my target spray that I want to use, it's a background, is selected. So hit OK. Once you have it selected, and you can see spray equals symbol. So you're okay now. So now you can change your scale, your width and your height rather, and your width and your height on your brush. But I'm gonna keep it the way it is. I like the way it is. So to prove that and to test it, I'm just gonna use this blue area and just do a couple here. And I like the way that looks. For the most part, you know, it could be a little bit better, but I do like the way that it looks for this assignment. So I'm going to go and just Control Z to delete that. And I'm ready to actually get to work and just put it on my end. So I'm going to click my spray brush tool again. And now go over to my end and just click and just paint here basically. I'm going to create every part of my end being this target, this kind of target icon type of thing, and just leave no space around the edges uncovered, just because I want to fill it out, make it look good. As we see here, okay, like so. You're good now. This is what you're halfway there now. So you have your spray layer is selected. But the spray is not within the end. Things are not put together now. So you have to create a mask. So you want to lock all your layers here. Excuse me for my squeaky voice. You want to lock every layer, like so. Go to your layer 1, which is your end layer now, and right click on layer 1 and hit mask. Okay, by doing so, you can see that your spray and your layer 1 have become one, and your spray that was now underneath your end is now part of your end. So very nice. The next thing you want to do now is, the next thing you may be asking yourself rather, is why is this little box around? Is this going to be around it the whole entire time? And the answer is you cannot mask everything together. So you have to let your background layer become part of this. So in order to do this, go down to your background. You can unlock it now. Go down to your background and just pretend like you're going to click it and just kind of hold your mouse down. And by doing so, as you can see here, I just pulled that off for you guys. You want to hold your right mouse down and just wait for this line. Just drag up. Wait for this line with a little dot on the end, and just go click and sorry. Let's see. There was a mistake there. Oops. You have to I believe you have to. Let me see. There was a mistake, so you may want to just give it a minute. Once you have everything masked, I believe you can unlock everything, and that should do it for you. Let's see. Troubleshooting is always fun. Sorry. Do it for me. Let's see. Okay, so it did take a minute. You just have to do it carefully now. But you can now see that your layer 1, your spray, and your background layer are as one. It took me a minute to make sure it was dragged in position. So now you can go back to scene 1, and so now you can add your end to your main scene by going to library and selecting the symbol that is now your end. So right here, there's my end symbol. I can drag and drop into the main stage and just line it up perfectly to go with the rest of my name. Let me adjust this for 1 second. Let's see. Okay, that's good for now. So now you just do that. You repeat that step and repeat that whole process to finish out. In my case, my first and last name, but in your case, you can do whatever you want and just just complete the project at this point or whatnot. But this is how you create a NameDeco, and then use the spray brush tool to create a symbol and a design of your name. In my case, for a class assignment, but it's going to look cool on social media and just very cool to have and know how to do. Okay, guys. Well, thank you for watching the video tutorial. I hope it helped you out a little bit. Trying to be very in depth with this one. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'll try to help you out. Thank you guys for watching the video tutorial. Please subscribe, give this video a like, and share it. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.